Have you ever heard the story of two ladies so beautiful that even the birds stopped singing just to stare at them? Well, sit tight, because what started as a sweet friendship turned into the biggest betrayal in the whole city of Oberland. Once upon a time, in the colorful city of Oberland, there lived two best friends named Grace and Favor. They were like twins, always together, always smiling, and always looking beautiful. Grace had long straight hair that bounced when she walked, and Favor had a smile so bright it could melt ice cream. They grew up together, ate from the same plate, and even wore matching outfits sometimes. If you saw one, you saw the other. People in the neighborhood called them the besties of Oberland. But behind all that beauty and sparkle, something dark was hiding. It started one sunny afternoon. Grace, look. I got invited to sing at the youth talent show. Favor screamed with excitement, holding a shiny paper in her hand. Grace blinked. You? Wow, that's nice, she said slowly, forcing a smile. But inside her heart, she started having different thoughts. Why her? Why not me? Grace thought. From that moment, something cold and wicked began to grow in her chest. Favor didn't notice the change. She was too busy practicing her singing, too busy trusting her best friend. Can you come with me for the audition? She asked. Of course, Grace said with her perfect fake smile. I'll be right there. But Grace wasn't planning to help. That night, while Favor was asleep, Grace sneaked into her room and poured palm oil on her only audition dress. The red stain spread like poison. Oops, she whispered with a wicked grin. The next morning, Favor cried. What happened to my dress? I have nothing to wear. Don't worry, Grace said sweetly, handing her an old, dirty wrapper. You still look fine. Favor believed her. Because that's what best friends do, right? They trust. At the audition, people laughed. What is she wearing? Is she here to sing or to fry akara? Favor's heart broke. She sang, but her voice trembled with shame. She didn't win. But Grace smiled from the crowd. Then came Tony. Tall, rich, and charming, with a car that sparkled like diamonds. He came to Oberland one day and saw Favor at the bus stop. Hi, beautiful, he said. Favor blushed. Grace watched from a distance, her fist tight. Not again. First the audition, now a rich boyfriend. Never. Grace decided that night. If she couldn't shine beside Favor, she would destroy her. 1 week later, Grace told Favor, Tony invited us to a big party in Lekki. Let's go together. Really? That's so kind of you. Favor said. Favor wore her best gown. Grace wore her best lie. At the party, Grace slipped something into Favor's drink. Just a little powder. Just enough to make her dizzy. Minutes later, Favor started shouting nonsense and dancing like a mad person. Phones came out. Isn't that the Oberland girl? What's wrong with her? Grace pretended to cry. I don't know what happened. Maybe she's sick. But deep down, she was smiling. By morning, the video had gone viral. Favor became a joke. Even Tony stopped picking her calls. Grace won again. Weeks passed. Favor locked herself inside, crying every day. Until one evening, she overheard a phone call. Grace was laughing. That foolish girl really thought Tony liked her. I made sure he saw that video. He blocked her so fast, and Favor froze. Her heart cracked open like dry ground. So it was all a plan. The dress. The audition. The party. Tony. Everything. Grace was not her friend. She was her enemy in disguise. The next morning, Favor disappeared. Grace searched everywhere. Where is she? Did she run away? But that night, Grace came home and found a letter on her bed. I trusted you. You killed my dreams. Now it's your turn to feel pain. Suddenly, the door opened. Favor stood there. Her eyes were red. In her hand, a knife. Favor, wait. I can explain. Explain what? How you destroyed me. How you laughed while I cried. She raised the knife. Grace screamed. But Favor didn't stab her. She stabbed the wall beside her. I'm not a monster like you, she said, tears pouring. Then she walked away. Forever. Favor moved away to a new city and started her life afresh. She became a teacher and helped other girls stay strong. But Grace, she lost everything. Her beauty faded. Her lies caught up with her. Nobody trusted her anymore. People said she walked around Oberlin talking to herself, holding a picture of Favor and crying. Some say she still waits by the bus stop, hoping Favor will forgive her. But Favor never returned. Because when trust is broken, sometimes, it never comes back. And that's the story of Grace and Favor, the beautiful best friends who were torn apart by jealousy, lies, and the wicked friend from Oberland.